What if I told you that the greatest wealth-building secrets aren't buried in some elusive financial playbook or locked behind the gates of Wall Street, but instead, they're nestled in the routines of our grandparents? Imagine a time when wealth wasn't flaunted but quietly built, brick by brick, habit by habit. The truth is, silent wealth, wealth that grows in the shadows, unnoticed and steady, is often built on old-fashioned, time-tested principles. And these principles are as relevant today as they were decades ago. So while the world obsesses over the next big crypto boom or a shiny investment trend, we're going to rewind and uncover 10 old-fashioned frugal habits that could quietly transform your financial future. Ready to dive into the understated genius of the past? In today's fast-paced, hyper-digital world, wisdom often gets drowned out by the noise of instant gratification. Ads pop up, urging us to buy things we don't need. Social media tempts us to compare our lives to others, pushing us to spend more to keep up. We live in a culture of now, quick fixes, fast solutions, and immediate results. But let me ask you this: has that rush for more, for faster, truly brought happiness or security? For many, the answer is a resounding no. What if the real solutions to financial freedom and lasting happiness lie not in modern trends, but in the past? What if the habits of our grandparents, the ones we dismissed as outdated, are the very habits we need today? This is the essence of rediscovering lost wisdom. These old-fashioned frugal habits are more than just money-saving tips. They are a way of life, a way of thinking, a way of reclaiming control in a chaotic world. When we talk about wealth today, most people think of yachts, luxury cars, or sprawling estates. But there's another kind of wealth, a quieter, more profound kind, that grows steadily and often goes unnoticed. It's not the wealth that screams, it's the wealth that whispers. It's called silent wealth. This type of wealth isn't built on flashy purchases or high-risk gambles. It's built on discipline, consistency, and the kind of habits that our grandparents practiced as second nature. Why have we forgotten? Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. We've been sold a lie. Consumerism has become the heartbeat of modern society. From the moment we wake up to the moment we fall asleep, we're bombarded with messages telling us we need more. A better phone, a bigger house, the newest gadget. And the result? Most people are drowning in debt, struggling to make ends meet, and living paycheck to paycheck. Contrast that with our grandparents or great-grandparents. Many of them lived through periods of economic uncertainty, the Great Depression, world wars, and recessions. They didn't have the luxury of frivolous spending. Every dollar mattered. Every purchase was deliberate. They understood the value of a hard-earned dollar and the importance of saving for a rainy day. The irony is that while we have more opportunities and resources than ever before, many of us are less financially secure than the generations before us. The wisdom they carried has been overshadowed by the allure of convenience and luxury. But here's the good news. We can bring that wisdom back. Rediscovering lost wisdom is about more than just adopting a few cost-saving habits. It's about fundamentally changing the way you think about money, success, and wealth. It's about rejecting the consumerist mindset that equates spending with happiness. It's about embracing a mindset of abundance, not the abundance of things, but the abundance of freedom, choice, and security. Think of it this way: silent wealth isn't built in the spotlight. It's not about the car you drive or the clothes you wear. It's about the choices you make when no one is watching. It's about the quiet, unglamorous decisions that compound over time. Decisions that ultimately allow you to live life on your own terms. By rediscovering old-fashioned frugality, you're not just saving money, you're creating a lifestyle that aligns with your values. A lifestyle that prioritizes long-term happiness over short-term thrills. A lifestyle that empowers you to break free from the rat race and focus on what truly matters. One of the most remarkable things about these old-fashioned habits is their timelessness. They were relevant decades ago, and they're just as relevant today. Why? Because they're rooted in universal truths about human behavior and economics. For instance, the principle of living below your means isn't just a financial strategy, it's a life philosophy. It teaches you to value contentment over comparison. It reminds you that happiness isn't found in possessions but in experiences, relationships, and purpose. Or take the habit of saving consistently. The power of compound interest, often called the eighth wonder of the world, hasn't changed. Whether you're saving coins in a jar or investing in an index fund, the principle is the same. Small, consistent actions lead to significant results over time. These habits transcend generations because they're not tied to specific trends or technologies. They're based on human principles that will always be relevant, no matter how much the world changes. Let's address another important point. Frugality isn't just about numbers. It's about emotions. Think about the stress that comes from living paycheck to paycheck, the anxiety of mounting credit card debt, or the fear of not having enough saved for emergencies. Now imagine the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a financial cushion, that you're in control of your spending, that your future is secure. Frugality isn't deprivation, it's liberation. It's the freedom to say no to things that don't serve you. It's the ability to prioritize your well-being and the well-being of your family. It's about creating a life where money is a tool, not a source of stress. And let's not forget the joy that comes from simplicity. Our grandparents didn't need lavish vacations or expensive gadgets to feel fulfilled. They found joy in simple pleasures, family dinners, community events, a garden in full bloom. By embracing frugality, you're also embracing a life that's richer in meaning and connection. You might be wondering, can these old-fashioned habits really work in today's world? The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, they're more relevant than ever. In an age of economic uncertainty, rising inflation, and increasing living costs, the ability to manage money wisely is a superpower. Old-fashioned habits like budgeting, saving, and living within your means aren't just quaint ideas, they're essential survival skills. Moreover, technology has made it easier than ever to adopt these habits. Budgeting apps, investment platforms, and financial education resources are at your fingertips. You can combine the timeless wisdom of the past with the tools of the present to create a powerful wealth-building strategy. Number 1. Live below your means, always. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Spend less than you earn. Yet, in an age of credit cards and buy now, pay later schemes, this fundamental principle has been tossed aside. Living below your means isn't about sacrifice, it's about empowerment. Every dollar you save is a dollar you can invest. It's a seed for your financial future. Modern application: automate your savings. Set a fixed percentage of your income to go directly into savings or investment accounts. This way you don't even see the money you're not supposed to spend. Number 2, embrace DIY culture. Our grandparents didn't call a professional for every minor issue. They rolled up their sleeves and fixed things themselves. From home repairs to cooking meals from scratch, the do-it-yourself mindset is a wealth-building powerhouse. Today, with YouTube tutorials and online courses, learning a new skill is easier than ever. Every time you skip outsourcing something you could do yourself, you're not just saving money, you're developing self-reliance and resilience. Number 3, prioritize needs over wants. Old-fashioned frugality starts with understanding the difference between needs and wants. Our grandparents mastered this during tough times like the Great Depression, where every penny counted. Modern take: before making a purchase, ask yourself, does this add long-term value to my life, or is it a fleeting desire? If it's the latter, walk away. Number 4, avoid debt like the plague. Debt, particularly consumer debt, is a wealth killer. Our predecessors avoided unnecessary debt, often saving for years before making significant purchases. Contrast this with today's debt normalcy, where loans are handed out like candy. Adopt the habit of delaying gratification. If you can't afford something outright, you don't need it, at least not yet. Focus on paying off high-interest debts and never carry balances on credit cards. Number 5, make cash king. There's something powerful about cash. It keeps spending tangible. Our grandparents relied on physical money, and it helped them stay within their means. Today, the cash envelope method can help you control your budget. Allocate physical or digital cash to specific categories: groceries, entertainment, savings. Once it's gone, it's gone. This method forces discipline. Number 6, buy quality over quantity. Our ancestors didn't chase trends. They invested in durable, high-quality items that lasted for years, if not decades. Cheap, disposable goods may seem like a bargain, but they cost more in the long run. Modern relevance: research and invest in high-quality items from clothing to appliances. A well-made product might have a higher upfront cost, but it's worth it over time. Number 7, repurpose and reuse. Waste not, want not was the mantra of past generations. They repurposed jars, fixed torn clothing, and found creative ways to extend the life of their belongings. In our disposable culture, this habit is more relevant than ever. Before throwing something away, ask, can I repair this? Can I repurpose it? Not only does this save money, but it also aligns with sustainable living. Number 8, grow your own food. A backyard garden was a staple for many families in the past. It wasn't just about saving money, it was about self-sufficiency and connecting with nature. Even in urban settings, you can grow herbs, vegetables, or fruits in small spaces. The initial effort pays off in healthier food and reduced grocery bills. Number 9. Value experiences over material possessions. Our grandparents knew the joy of simple pleasures, family gatherings, storytelling, or a walk in the park. They didn't need material possessions to feel fulfilled. Modern studies show that experiences, not things, bring lasting happiness. Shift your spending toward creating memories rather than accumulating clutter. Number 10. Save and invest consistently. Finally, the cornerstone of silent wealth, consistent saving and investing. Our grandparents didn't have access to the stock market as easily as we do today, but they saved diligently and invested in what they understood, like real estate. Modern application. Automate your investments in index funds, ETFs, or dividend-paying stocks. The earlier you start, the more you benefit from the power of compound interest. The beauty of these old-fashioned habits is their adaptability. Let's be honest, building wealth in today's fast-paced world comes with unique challenges. But these habits aren't relics. They're principles that have stood the test of time because they work. You don't need to embrace every habit overnight. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 habits to focus on, and as they become second nature, add more. The financial market today may look different from the 1950s, but human behavior hasn't changed. The same discipline, patience, and frugality that worked then will work now. Combine these habits with modern tools like investment apps, budgeting software, and financial education resources, and you'll create a wealth-building strategy that's unstoppable. Think about what silent wealth really means. It's not about flashy cars or massive mansions. It's about freedom. It's the ability to live life on your own terms, to provide for your family, and to leave a legacy for future generations. Imagine the pride of knowing that you've built a financial fortress that can withstand any storm. Imagine the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're not a slave to debt or consumerism. This is the power of old-fashioned frugality. It's not just about money, it's about reclaiming your life. The road to wealth doesn't require reinventing the wheel. It requires embracing the timeless wisdom that has guided generations before us. These 10 frugal habits aren't just about saving money, they're about transforming your relationship with money. They're about creating a life of abundance, freedom, and purpose. Silent wealth isn't built in a day, but with consistency, discipline, and determination, it will be built. The question is, will you be the architect of your wealth, or will you let life decide for you? The choice is yours. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Sharing this video with your friends would also mean a lot. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps me create even better content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.